Hi friends, once again welcome back on our YouTube channel. This is the next lecture of quantum mechanics in which today we will discuss about Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. So in the current lecture we will discuss about uncertainty principle, physical significance of uncertainty principle and proof of uncertainty principle. So first of all, uncertainty principle. Now, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, it was developed by Heisenberg on the basis of dual nature of matter, and we have already discussed about the dual nature of matter, that is de Broglie's hypothesis. According to this principle, it is impossible to determine precisely and simultaneously two canonically conjugate variables. This principle is observed only in microscopic particles, not in macroscopic particles. If delta P is the uncertainty in momentum, delta x is uncertainty in position, then according to this principle, delta p into delta x is greater and equal to h cross by 2. Here h cross is reduced Planck's constant and it is h upon 2 pi, and it has the value 1.054 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. So here h cross is h upon 2 pi. Now, according to this principle, the product of two errors is approximately of the order of h, or it is approximately of the order of Planck's constant. Now, if delta E is uncertainty in energy and delta T is the uncertainty in time, then according to uncertainty principle, delta E into delta T is greater and equal to h cross by 2. Also, if delta J is uncertainty in angular momentum and delta phi is the uncertainty in angular displacement, then the uncertainty principle for angular momentum and angular displacement is given by delta J into delta phi is greater and equal to h cross by 2. It means we cannot determine precisely and simultaneously two canonically conjugate quantities. Now, in solving problem, we generally use delta x into delta p is approximately h cross. So, in solving problem, we use h cross in place of h cross by 2. Now, physical significance of uncertainty principle. So, physical significance of uncertainty principle. If the position of a particle is determined with great accuracy, means the uncertainty in position is 0, that is delta x equal to 0, then the uncertainty in momentum, that is delta p, will be infinitive. So the uncertainty in momentum become infinite. If the momentum of a particle is determined with great accuracy, means delta p equal to 0, then from uncertainty principle, delta x is equal to infinitive. It means the uncertainty in position become infinite. Now, if a particle of mass m moves with velocity v, then uncertainty principle for it is given by delta x into delta p is nearly equal to h cross by m, because delta x into delta p is nearly equal to h cross and delta p is m into delta v. So delta x into delta v will be nearly equal to h cross by m. For a very heavy particle, m is very large, so delta x into delta v is very small. Therefore, for very heavy particle, we can measure the value of position and velocity both with great accuracy. It means uncertainty principle is only applicable for microscopic particle, not for macroscopic particle, because in case of macroscopic particle the uncertainty will be very small, so we cannot observe it in daily life. Now, proof of uncertainty principle. So as a proof of uncertainty principle, we use gamma ray microscope method, and this is also known as thought experiment. Now, this is our diagram. So, here we have microscope. A gamma ray photon is incident in this direction and it is scattered from point P, and if the initial momentum of gamma ray photon is h upon lambda dash, because its initial wavelength is lambda dash, so initial momentum of gamma ray photon will be h upon lambda dash, and it diffract in different direction from point P. So it strike with electron here and scatter in different direction. So the momentum of scattered photon is h upon lambda. Let an electron whose position x and momentum p is to be determined is initially at p. From diffraction theory, the limit of resolution of microscope is delta x is equal to lambda upon 2 sine theta. Since the minimum lateral distance up to which a microscope can resolve is limit of resolution of microscope, and theta is semi-vertical angle of the cone subtended by object at the objective lens of microscope. So this is our theta. Now delta x is the distance between two points up to which they can be seen separately. So delta x is maximum uncertainty in position of electron. Since the wavelength of gamma ray is very small, so we choose it because it decreases delta x. Now, this was our diagram. Let at least one gamma ray photon be scattered by the electron into the microscope so that the electron is visible. In this process, the frequency and wavelength of the scattered photon is changed and the electron suffers a Compton recoil, and we have already discussed about the Compton effect. So, in this process, the frequency and wavelength of the scattered photon is changed and hence the electron suffers a Compton recoil by gaining the momentum. If lambda is the wavelength of the scattered photon, so the momentum of the scattered photon will be h upon lambda. So P equal to h upon lambda, and this is from de Broglie's theory. Now, this was our diagram. Since the scattered photon can be scattered in any direction from PA to PB, so a scattered photon can move in this direction or in this direction. So it can be scattered in any direction from PA to PB. So x component of momentum will be from h upon lambda sine of minus theta to h upon lambda sine theta, because this is theta, so this will be h upon lambda sine theta, and this will be h upon lambda sine of minus theta. So the x component of momentum will be from h by lambda sine of minus theta to h upon lambda sine of theta, or this will be equal to minus h upon lambda sine theta to h by lambda sine theta. If lambda dash is the wavelength of the incident photon, so the momentum of incident photon is p dash equal to h upon lambda dash. It means the change in momentum of photon will lie between h upon lambda dash minus of minus h by lambda sine theta. It means h upon lambda dash plus h by lambda sine theta to h upon lambda dash minus h by lambda sine theta. So h upon lambda dash minus h upon lambda sine theta. So the change in momentum of photon will lie between this range. So the change in momentum delta px is equal to h upon lambda dash plus h by lambda sine theta minus h upon lambda dash minus h by lambda sine theta. So h upon lambda dash and h upon lambda dash will be cancelled out, and h by lambda sine theta minus of minus h by lambda sine theta. So this will be 2h upon lambda sine theta. So this will be the change in momentum of photon. And delta x equal to lambda upon 2 sine theta. This is from diffraction theory. And delta px equal to 2h upon lambda sine theta. So the product of delta x and delta px will be lambda upon 2 sine theta into 2h upon lambda sine theta. So sine theta will be cancelled out. 2 and 2 will also be cancelled, and also lambda and lambda will be cancelled out. So delta x into delta px is equal to h, or delta x into delta px is greater than or equal to h cross by 2. Thus, microscope is obeying the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle during the measurement of position and momentum of the particle simultaneously. Now, the next experiment as a proof of uncertainty principle is diffraction of electron through a slit. So this is our diagram. Here we have a diffraction slit or a narrow slit in this direction. Electron beam incident on this narrow slit, and the momentum of electron beam is h upon lambda. This electron beam diffracts from this slit, and we get diffraction pattern on this photographic plate. So this is our diffraction pattern, and theta is the angle of diffraction. So after diffraction from this narrow slit, the electron beam diffracts in this direction, and it creates a diffraction pattern on the photographic plate. Here AB is a narrow slit on which electron beam is incident. Since electron beam show wave nature, so we get a Fraunhofer diffraction on the photographic plate. The diffraction pattern obtained on the photographic plate shows that the electron beam definitely passed through the slit AB, but from which portion of the slit it can't be said. Now, let delta y is the width of slit, and this is the maximum uncertainty in the position of electron. As the width of slit decreases, the uncertainty also decreases. If lambda is the wavelength of the electron beam and theta is the angle of diffraction corresponding to first maxima, that is corresponding to n equal to 1. So, from theory of Fraunhofer diffraction, A sin theta is equal to n lambda and A equal to delta y. It means it is the size of the slit. So, delta y sin theta is equal to lambda because for first order maxima n equal to 1. So, from here delta y equal to lambda upon sin theta. This is the uncertainty in finding the position of electron along y-axis. Since the electron moves in x direction initially, so its initial momentum p equal to h by lambda, and this is by using de Broglie's hypothesis. So by using de Broglie's hypothesis, p equal to h by lambda. Now the y component of momentum will be from, so this was our diagram, this is h by lambda. So x component is h by lambda cos theta and y component is h by lambda sin theta, and electron can be in this direction or in this direction. So the y component of momentum will be from minus h by lambda sin theta to h by lambda sin theta, because this momentum can be from this direction or this direction, and this is h by lambda, so this will be h by lambda sin theta and this will be minus h by lambda sin theta. So the y component of momentum will be from minus h by lambda sin theta to h by lambda sin theta. So the change in momentum will be delta Py equal to h by lambda sin theta minus of minus h by lambda sin theta. It means it is the difference of these two components. So delta Py is equal to twice h upon lambda sin theta. So this will be the uncertainty in momentum along y direction. And since delta y, that is uncertainty in position, is lambda upon sin theta, so the product of delta y and delta Py will be 2h upon lambda sin theta into lambda by sin theta. So lambda and lambda will be cancelled out. Sin theta and sin theta will also be cancelled out. So delta Py into delta y is equal to twice h. So delta y into delta Py is equal to twice h, or delta y into delta Py is greater than or equal to h cross by 2. Thus, the diffraction of electron at a single slit obey the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. So, in this way, we can prove the uncertainty principle. So, for the evidence of uncertainty principle, here we did two experiments. One is gamma ray microscope experiment and another one diffraction from a single slit. So here we end our session. So goodbye.